Hello and welcome. It is Monday, 23rd day of October 2017, a little after 2300 hours, 11:11 p.m. Eastern Time. As the start of this broadcast, welcome to a crypto trading video. My name is Derek. Everything you do is within your own risk and own reward. And the snapshots have been taken, at least on the block height that I'm learning about. It passed. Bitcoin went down as expected. Alternate currencies rised above from that point on. So about, I don't know, a few hours ago, I basically had one altcoin. Now I got several dozens of them because I've been buying over the last 40 minutes or so. Let's take a look at some altcoins. LITECOIN has had its movement, and all the coins will show these big green candles as well. Now the question is will this rally be able to have that of a sustained hold, at least even for maybe a day, 2 days, or will this be a quick pump and then the markets roll over? In that people do their buying because of the fork just concluding, and then buyers aren't going to come back in, sellers will continue to raid, and then the markets go lower. That's definitely a possibility, but we'll take a look at this on the daily chart. And I've already been mentioning how it's been breaking down below this support, and now this is exactly where price action has met within the 18 average of lows. So therefore, the either or situation. Either this area is resisted, and it can even resist a little higher to the 18 average of highs, even appears above, and then roll over. Or is it going to create that failed breakdown? Fast move to the upside. I've talked about this pattern oftentimes, usually with Bitcoin. To do that, you need to see price action quickly enter the band, stay within maybe 2-3 periods within it. So this is a daily chart. So within the week, if this thing can, midweek that is, if this thing can manage to stay within the 10 to 11 range, that would be the correctionary band. And that would be the next step towards creating that failed breakdown, and getting between 11 and really 12 and change is the area for where you need to see it go a few days after that. And I mean, it could just burst out quickly and have a move fast, but these are the things that I look for the alternate, which of course is the failed breakdown. And fundamentally, that could very easily work out to be the case. But I think because the SegWit to X is 3 weeks away, that there might be a chance that the alternate coins can at least have a short-term, intermediate-term rally. And I'm just saying it as a chance because for the reasons why I knew these altcoins were going to be going down is now no longer in play, that being people like myself that wanted to get a little bit of a dividend. Well, that's what I call it because it's sort of like stock market and it's free money and I'll take it. Currently, as of 11:17 p.m., 7.5% is what Bitcoin Gold is being traded for right now. I don't want to make any predictions to how I think this thing is going to move on the major sites, or even what time you're going to get your tokens and when the markets are going to move. I would have absolutely no idea. Of course, the timing of when this happened caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting this to happen until the middle of the morning, and well, no, it did not happen then. And short term, I got this on the 15. This will be very important as we move in through the overnight hours, which I won't be too much a part of. But when you see this, if you believe this is a going to be working, there's a buy opportunity now because it's retraced to the 18. You could maybe try to get in some little buy orders in here. But when you see the original move like this, it was to be expected because people who wanted to get their Litecoins back, including myself, got them back. And then you get your profit taking. This can come in multiple levels. It can come in because people knew this was going to happen and they bought on the early stages and they're going to profit take for a quick day trade. This could be people who have not been liking this move down and they're just waiting for the price to come back up, and then they sell at that stage. And now that we've got to that point, those earlier type of sellers are the majority of them are leaving towards the market. We'll see how well this does come through, but I don't know. I really don't know for sure, but I think there's a better chance over the next little while that the altcoins could do realistically well, actually. There might be highs that they might retrace from, but I think that, let me just go to a long, let me put Ethereum up now, actually. And this is the same 15-minute time frame, same sort of things I was talking about for the selling. It's, if you're looking to get buy orders in, you could maybe try to get them in at lower areas. If you like where it is now, I think it's just going to end up going much higher. It's really not, this is when you would buy if you feel that this is going to be a sustained rally. Nothing wrong with putting a buy in now, buy orders in here, because if you buy in at any stage like this, you're expecting the price to go well past the 60 number, and you realize as getting in now, it's just a good bet. And you also think to yourself, hey, it's also a decent chance maybe it might come back a bit more in the next little while. Maybe put a buy order in. Things to think about. You also look at your risk reward assessment depending on how you're playing a trade. Say, for example, okay, let's put a buy order in here, say at 51.5. I feel that it's definitely going to have probably hold around here. Maybe put some sort of stop in at this level, figure out where your sell is going to be. Well, if you do, say, put a stop below 48 and buy it, say, 51.5, you got 3.5 basis points, so a matching level would be 3.5 from 5.1 would be 55. Throw in some rate cost up to maybe 56. If you're selling towards, say, 65.70, and I know a lot of people are going to be confused with these numbers, but it would work out to getting like a very good risk reward play where you can get like 2 to 3 times larger of a reward based on your risk, if of course that's your style of play. That is not mine. And on the daily chart, the move today has now brought it up to this key little area, to the 18 average of highs. On the 1st of August is when the last time they had the fork. So when they had this big green candle, it had a few days to correct back lower, one leg higher. That was it. So therefore, I wouldn't be surprised if you might get maybe one leg higher, maybe even have a test of the 69 handle where it may pull back, and this might be an area where it might take a few days obviously to get there, but because of the SegWit 2x, it could easily maybe resist it, come back down before a bull market starts. But this is parlaying events, trying to predict deeper into the future. And if it's able to get above this 18 average of highs and not resist this area like a declining 18 average can very easily do, its most certain target would be in this level. And we're going to finish this off with in Bitcoin. I have sold 15% of my Bitcoins in the last, less than an hour or so for altcoins. And I'm just letting you know that's what I'm doing for my risk management, that I'm putting an okay amount into such. I, generally speaking, usually like to have closer probably to 2/3 if I can of my portfolio in altcoins if I feel I can sustain such within a bull market. So I'm putting in a reasonable amount that I think can do well, because I realize there's risks in this thing just rolling over. Everything that I pretty much bought, I'm looking at some of the prices I sold things at, I'm thinking, wow, I'm selling this and I'm buying it back 20% cheaper, 30% cheaper. Even things like LITECOIN, selling some of it at break even, some of it for profit, some of it for profit. Ethereum, oh my goodness, the profit I got on that. But just buy a little bit with intentions of buying back later, because all I'm doing is taking 15% of my Bitcoins, and who knows, maybe I'll get 15% when I do the trade. It's at 7.5 now, because I'll be looking to sell my Bitcoin gold practically immediately, most likely. I have no idea what I expect in the market, but I'm hoping it works out. Either way, market's going to do what it's going to do. All you can do, or all I can do, and yeah, definitely all you can do, as a trader is be aware of the situation within the markets, within your bankroll, and all those kinds of things, and make the best profitable possible plays that you can. Be aware of how well your plays are doing. Try to implement your great plays as much as you possibly can, as long as well, of course, don't overdo things that can make things worse. But when you find your strengths, try to implement them, is what I'm basically referring to. And when you see things you can improve on, oh man, I should have done that, or you would have been better if I would have done that. And when you can think about those things, that definitely makes you a better trader. And that's why experience means a lot within this game. For now, I'm going to have to say goodbye as it's the end of the day for me. I will be back with the 2.5 minute warning in a little under a half a day. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye bye.